You see the title? No, it's not bait. The Chengdu Hunters are officially done with the Overwatch League for good. Their 4-year tale ends right here, and now we're down to just 19 Overwatch League teams for the time being. After 5.5 years, a franchise has finally had enough of the Overwatch League. They don't see the vision, they don't want to commit, they let the Overwatch League know they're done, and that's that. It's really upsetting that we're here because it's always something that we all thought could happen at some point, but I don't know if any of us expected to see it happen as soon as it did. It is really depressing stuff because who knows what could happen from here. I'm not saying any teams definitely are going to drop out. It helps that the league has dropped the franchising fees, but teams are going to look at what Chengdu did. I mentioned this a while back when they first announced they wouldn't be participating, and it still holds to be true. If Chengdu drop out, then what's stopping some of these other teams who may also be upset? I'm not saying for sure that anything will happen. In all likelihood, we'll be okay with just our 19 rosters, but this is a pretty delicate time for the league. They're going to have to fend off some major criticism and also treat the rest of their franchises extra good to ensure that nobody else leaves them anytime soon. It's just a terrible look for the league in general, and I really hope that they have some kind of plan moving forward to address this and to perhaps maybe add in a new team permanently. I'd say probably not, just because it is kind of expensive, but I'm hoping they have some kind of plan heading into Season 7 where they can kind of save this and make it not as bad as it looks. Because trust me, it's going to be embarrassing as an outsider looking in. It's going to make us look pretty terrible over here in the Overwatch League. And it really sucks, especially with Chengdu, because they only played 4 full seasons. It's not like they've been here since the very beginning, you know? They had a very short time, a very short lifespan. People are going to see that, and they're going to also say to themselves, this team literally just said, yeah, I'm good, I'm going to leave just like that. It goes to show you the state that the league is in right now, and just how much smaller the Chinese region is diminishing because we don't have an Overwatch/Blizzard agreement with that region right now. And it's going to be scary for the other Chinese teams, for Spark, for Charge, for Dragons. I'm sure they're going to at least kind of consider what's going on and really reflect upon this moving forward. APAC just gets weaker and weaker by the day, and people continue to clown on it. So Overwatch League, I hope you have some kind of good plan, maybe with these contenders teams, to rejuvenate that region and give it some more life, because things are not looking all too hot right now over there. The future's uncertain, but it's a terrifying thought. A lot of us thought that Chengdu really might leave for good, but maybe not this soon. It's really tough to see them go before the season even ends. It puts us on a pretty sour note heading into the summer stage, and I just pray that everything's gonna be okay. We'll have to monitor that situation closely, but now I just wanted to take some time to appreciate the Chengdu Hunters, give them a nice little tribute of sorts, because they deserve it. The Chengdu Hunters, when they joined this league in 2019, absolutely took it by storm, very quickly becoming one of the most popular teams in the Overwatch League. When you're an expansion franchise, it's never easy to attract all the fans like that, but they were able to have a very unique identity through a couple of different means. One was the Chad known as Among, the Yada Chad, if you will. This guy put this team on the map with his stellar wrecking ball play, and just generally playing ball into goats and being a big-time Chad at that tank position, battling Bumper in that Ryan duel, upsetting the San Francisco Shock, and always being there when you least expect it. Chengdu were that team that you gravitated towards because they were different. They played triple DPS into goats. They didn't really care what their opposition was playing. They were going to do what they wanted to because that's what they liked to play and that's what they were good at. And sometimes it was pretty successful. They weren't amazing or anything, but they consistently found ways to stay relevant and get those big wins when they mattered. Chengdu are one of the only teams I can think of that got so much love from both the West and the East. It was like an anti-GOATS enthusiast dream to root for these guys, and all those people continue to stick with them because they were so fun and so interesting, so different, so chaotic, hence the name Chengdu Zone. And every year they built upon that and continued to reward their loyal fans, or at least keep them interested in the league. 2019, it's all about being the anti-Goach Chads, playing DPS, Among and Jinmu. 2020, they were the random guys who could upset NYXL because why not? Then in 2021, you have the amazing Chengdu team that was like a top 5 team in the league. They made a playoff run, multiple tournament runs. Among and Gaga were there to play ball, and of course you had the one and only Chinese regular season MVP in Leave. Leave helped put Chinese Overwatch at its absolute peak, even going beyond things we've seen from Gushwei and Shai and Hangzhou Spark. This was it. An Overwatch League MVP from China, the representation they've always been looking for, a legitimate team that could actually compete and gain your respect. And while they were doing so, they still had their own interesting ways of getting those wins, through the Wrecking Ball, through Sombra, through Jinmu's Pharah, which became a signature hero of his, through Yveltal/Xerneas's Mercy. They just had so much exciting stuff on this one franchise. It was such a great time to be a fan of the league. Chengdu made things so much more different. They put such a big twist on the competition. And while things kind of came to a sour end in 2022, as well as here in the present, they had already built up such a huge, impactful legacy on the Overwatch League. They had already paved their own way and had become one of the most famous franchises ever, and I think even as we move on without them, they're going to continue to be like that. People are never going to forget the memories that this team brought. All the amazing things that they did in such a unique way that we probably will never see again. They may not have won any actual trophies, but damn did they win our hearts with their play. There's so many amazing memories with this franchise, and I encourage you to leave some of your favorites down in the comments below. As for me, some of my personal favorites include when they nearly beat the Titans during Peak Goats in Stage 1 2019, with Among chatting out in that Rhine duel versus Bumper, or how about when they defeated the eventual champions, San Francisco Shock, in a major upset. You've got the whole Jachiron swimmy across the ocean meme, Among smashing an orange over Brent's head, Leaf winning the 2021 MVP, and of course that iconic 2021 Countdown Cup final 7-map banger versus the LA Gladiators. They may not have a lot going on with their trophy case, but man did they build up one heck of a long-lasting legacy. Honestly, it's probably one of the best out of all of the expansion franchises that joined the league back in 2019. They're easily one of the most popular and memorable, and it's not close. It's a really sad time, but let's not dwell on it too much here in the present. Instead, let's celebrate what they achieved. Let's celebrate how they changed the lives of many and how they made the Overwatch League a better place. We're gonna miss you lots, Chengdu. This league will never be the same without you. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Just wanted to break this sad news to all of you because it is obviously pretty significant. Make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you want more Overwatch League news content just like this, and be sure to let me know what you think of this Chengdu news down in the comments below. And until next time, this is ATP, signing out. Peace.